Hi everyone, CBS19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony outside of the television studios on another very hot day here in East Texas. Temperatures already approaching 100 degrees, perhaps even a little bit hotter than that by the end of the day. In fact, we're thinking 104 or 105. So it's a hot day. If you were with us last week, we melted crayons, we did some crayon art. We also made pizza box s'mores. So we turned a pizza box into an oven and then we made s'mores. So you've often heard the phrase, it's hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk. Well, we're kind of putting that to the test today. We really don't think it's hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk, but it could be hot enough to fry an egg using our little contraption that we have here. And what we've done is we have rigged up a lens from an overhead projector. You might be familiar with those from school, right? So we've hooked this up. We've put a frying pan that I often use for camping, and we've put that on the ground on this very hot blacktop. So that's radiating heat. The lens is focusing a beam of light right into the pan. And Greg, our chief engineer here helping me out, says that that spot right there is about 450 degrees right now. We've also got a little bit of butter and we've got an egg, and you can see it's hot enough to kind of light that paper, or at least singe it. Maybe not light it on fire, but at least singe it. So our goal then is to try to fry this egg inside that frying pan. And we think it's possible because if we're getting that frying pan up to 450 degrees, of course you'd fry an egg on that kind of heat. We do have a little spatula. I also brought along a little pot holder so that when we try to handle that pan, that we're keeping everything safe. All right, so I'll wait for Greg's word. We will crack the egg. First, we're gonna put the butter in, so let's see what happens with the butter. We'll put it right on that spot. Look at that, kind of melting down. That sunlight is being driven right through. That lens is what, a Fresnel lens?
It's a Fresnel lens.
A Fresnel lens from a overhead projector. So we took the overhead projector apart and we put that lens, and so it's acting like a giant magnifying glass. And of course it's taking all of the sun's energy, it's kind of focusing in on one point, and now it's melting that butter. So if it's melting that butter in this short period of time, we should be able to here, within a matter of minutes, at least maybe make the outside edges of that egg perhaps crinkle up a little bit, or maybe the soft yellow oak perhaps even sort of become like a sunny side up egg. So we're gonna try to cook that. It's hot. I mean, I'm telling you right here, just talking to you guys, it is just a hot afternoon. Yesterday it was 106 in Tyler. Today we're probably gonna get close to that. There's not much in the way of cloud cover at all. You can see when we did a couple of experiments last week, we actually had a little bit of cloud cover come over when we were baking the s'mores, and that sort of shut down the heating just a little bit. So at this point, with these just high skies and all of that sun, and the sun is very high in the sky still, remember it's just a couple of weeks past summer. So we have this optimal heating going on right now. We've also put the egg down next to the pan, just to sort of bring the temperature of the egg internally up a little bit. We had it in the refrigerator, so it's probably about 35 to 40 degrees. So we're bringing that up now, maybe closer to, maybe even 90 to 100 degrees. So we're trying to just kind of expedite the cooking process with that egg. We'll maybe try to do a time lapse here as we wait for that thing to cook. But overall, just what we're trying to prove is it hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk? Again, I don't think it would be hot enough to do it like on this blacktop, plus that would be really messy. I would not try it inside the car because that would also be really messy on your dashboard or something like that. Though I've heard experiments have been done where that has happened. But what we're trying to do is put this again onto a camping frying pan. We put a little bit of butter in there to act like